franchise history, D.A. Such a huge moment for the team, city, and the country of Canada. Here are the five for the Clippers. Harkless is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Beverley in at the point guard position. And for Toronto, Siakam at power forward with Gasol at center. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Anunoby in at the small forward spot. Now the Raptors' Nick Nurse winning an NBA title in his first season. Greg is an NBA head coach.
The first time a head coach who'd also helmed a team in a foreign league has won it. Nurse often reminisces fondly on those days coaching in Europe. And this summer he was entrusted with coaching the Canadian national team at the FIBA World Cup.
Here's Lowry. He kicks to Gasol. 5 to shoot. The Raptors need to get a shot off. VanVleet can't get it to go. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. And the pass to Harkless. Beverley deciding where to go with it. Back to Harkless. Pass to George. Shoots over VanVleet. And it's George missing. And it's the Raptors ball. Right wing. VanVleet passes to Gasol. Pass to Anunoby. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
And the potential Anunoby has is exciting. Has the athleticism, the shooting touch, and the drive to keep improving.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
And what was more fun to watch last season than Patrick Beverley checking Kevin Durant in the playoffs?
Patrick Beverley's energy and fight gave the Clippers a chance every night. Obviously, the Warriors' talent won out, but the Clippers made them work every step of the way.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And Smitty, once again, teams are switching defensively more than ever. As a side benefit, does that help defenders, you think, preserve some energy and some stamina for the game?
Oh, okay, wow. Okay.
Yeah, you see the athleticism George had on that dunk. It's so quick and explosive. Gets to the rim in an instant.
Here's Lowry. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Leonard. Here's Lowry. 11 points for him in that last game against Chicago.
And it wasn't just the scoring. He also impacted the game on the glass. Terrific all-around effort.
Here's Leonard. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Lowry against George. Back to Gasol. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry.
Love the effort from Marc Gasol. Physical defense, but he wasn't deterred.
Beverley, the pass to Leonard. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played, Lowry kicks to Siakam. Back to Lowry, over Beverley, and the basket by Lowry.
It seems like almost every shot Lowry takes is contested, but he doesn't let it bother him.
George passes to Zubac. Lowry against Leonard. George up top. He had a 36-point outing in the last game against the Pacers in Indianapolis.
And I just love the aggressiveness from George, just slicing apart the defense with that terrific ability to penetrate.
Here's Siakam. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
One of the league's best kept secrets, Pascal Siakam out of Cameroon, discovered as a raw teenager at Basketball Without Borders back in 2012.
The Raptors shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw missing. Well, Smitty, you're talking about Siakam. The Raptors president is from Nigeria and very active in the Basketball Without Borders program.
You're totally right. A prospect like Siakam was on his radar. The late first-round pick in 2016 was more than rewarding where he ended up at.
That one misses.
Very surprising he couldn't capitalize on those shots. You don't see that often.
Pass to Harkless. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Now, here's Zubats. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Pacers in Indianapolis.
And it wasn't just the points. He brought hustle, he brought energy, and he brought it on the glass.
George, no good.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have the confidence. You have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
Now here's Leonard, covered by Van Vliet. Marcus Gasol picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Outside, George. Just 5 to shoot. 13 feet away. Again, Los Angeles.
In this period, they're feeding him, and he's feeling it.
Lowry deciding where to go with it here. And there's the pass to Van Vliet. Back to Lowry. A 3-ball. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Lowry, a guy who can do a little bit of everything for you, including stretching the floor.
Pass to Leonard, and out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Taking a look at Toronto. They're in the upper part of the conference records right now, in 5th place.
And when I look at Toronto, most of the preseason predictions were right on the money when it came to them. I mean, a playoff contender, but not necessarily championship caliber.
I agree. As good as they've been, they do seem like they're missing that true killer instinct that sets the great teams apart from the good ones.
And the most improved player in the league last season, Pascal Siakam, got better in every statistical category.
Shooting 2.
They throw good. Siakam. And it's those diamond-in-the-rough players that so often elevate the top teams. And, Greg, that's what the Raptors found in Pascal Siakam.
No doubt. The 27th pick back in 2016, now a full-time starter on a rookie contract, just over $2 million this season. He is due for a big raise.
Siakam hits them both.
You have to give Pascal Siakam a lot of credit. He's continued to improve the shooting percentage both from the field and the line.
Tipped away. Van Vliet with it. George picks him up. Last outing for the Clippers, they won that game against Indiana.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
It was a terrific performance we got a chance to watch. They got into a nice rhythm and made smart adjustments along the way.
and I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yes, let's look on the bright side. You got a great look. It's a play that you might want to go back to again.
Three-pointer, Lowry, and the Raptors hit again from deep.
Riding the hot hand, and why not? If something's working, keep going to it.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
You know, the five-time All-Star Kyle Lowry has made a career of proving his doubters wrong. You ask me, I think he's still underrated.
And the Clippers making a change here. Williams is checked in. Let's use this break to look at the teams that over the past month have been tremendous at converting turnovers into points. Number one, the Raptors.
And you always like to see aggressive defense, and then when you can convert mistakes into points offensively, that's a big key.
And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. 9-point game. Pass to Leonard to end the run. That shot off the mark. And Toronto will go the other way with it. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And the focus was to get stops. All game, they were right up on shooters, and that led to some big-time rejections.
This was their game plan going in. Make shooters uncomfortable by challenging every possible shot. You know what, though? They keep calling his number despite the difficult quarter he's had.
Bounce pass from Lowry. And here we go. Fast break. Beverley's got it. Here's George. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Gasol's got 4 rebounds in this game. There's the three. No good on the shot. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
George with the bucket.
I love the patience Beverley has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
And there's the feed to Williams. Over Siakam. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
Working against size, he's just crafty enough to carve out some wiggle room.
And that's tough to do from the mid-range because help can come from anywhere, but he beats everyone to the punch.
George passes to Beverley. Here's Leonard. Siakam pulls it in.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Van Vliet looking around. Excellent D there from George.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
Leonard with the bucket.
If you can't get Leonard a look inside, this is the next best thing. Terrific touch from mid-range.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
And wow, you just have to love the motor on Montrezl Harrell when he's on the floor. Great on the glass, and he just plays with such a fire.
Some changes for Toronto. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Gasol. Norman Powell comes in for OG Anunoby. Davis is subbed in for Fred VanVleet. Outside Lowry. From the arc. Rebound by the Clippers. George dishes to Williams. From downtown, the shot's good on the assist by George. Williams has got 5 points so far.
Not to be denied, you see the defender closing out. Williams pays him no mind.
Siakam. And again, unable to change momentum here. The Clippers trail. Here's Harrell. And he hits it to tie the game up.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Toronto's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Passes it to Lowry. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
A big key to the Clippers' recent surge, the development of Montrezl Harrell. His activity and his ability to score have been infectious for this team, and he also can be very intimidating.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. And the Clippers getting Harrell in that Chris Paul deal turned out to be a decent trade for both teams.
You're totally right. The Rockets already had Capella. Harrell was sort of a redundant in terms of skill set, and you can only have one rim runner on the floor before you began to compromise spacing.
And Toronto making a change here. Boucher is checked in.
And trailing here in the early going, too many careless fouls, and they're giving up a lot of trips to the line.
From deep, George, and another 3 for the Clippers.
And there's never been any question about George's three-point range. He just goes through stretches where he knocks down the 3 at a ridiculous rate.
Lowry kicks to Ibaka. Powell, the pass to Ibaka. Outside Lowry. Three-pointer. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
Man, he has come out focused and efficient. Love what he's doing at the offensive end.
Man, he's guarded by Davis. Count that one. .149 left to play in the first quarter. Lowry against Williams. Lowry, good. Lowry's got 18 points in the game.
They have leaned on him all quarter, and it has worked to perfection.
It's George on the wing. 11 points in the game. And it's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. Andre Hollis Jefferson, he's checked in for Kyle Lowry. .124 left in the first. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Harrell. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Gasol.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebound.
Powell kicks to Ibaka. Now the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Toronto working the ball around now. Shot clock at 6. Deep. That one doesn't go. And the Clippers will come the other way. Harrell down low. Defended by Ibaka. And that one drops.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Powell for 3. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
George looking over the floor. Serge Ibaka with the rebound.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
Davis, the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Excellent D there from George.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Kyle Lowry firing on all cylinders for Toronto. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of the entire quarter. Back right after this. Marc Gasol, so appreciated by his fans, and certainly a lot of Spanish-speaking fans excited about his success.
It's just fun. You see more fans on the stands that speak Spanish, even they're from Spain or Argentina, Mexico, whatever they're from. They support the Spanish-speaking people, and they love the game also.
And great to see so many different cultures and countries embrace the game.
Yes, and with players like Gasol having so much success, I think it helps give those Latino and Spanish-speaking fans a connection to the NBA.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And from what we've seen so far from the Raptors, guys, your thoughts?
Just stretching out the floor in that first, they had the defense scrambling.
Reason why, excellent spacing. They may not stay this hot all game, but hard to bet against them.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. We've got Montrezl Harrell. Paul George is out there with JaMychal Green. Then it's Williams. And it's man in at the shooting guard position. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after 5 years as an assistant in Toronto, last season Nick Nurse moved to head coach of the Raptors, and the team responded, winning the franchise's first NBA championship. Nurse has been at this for 3 decades. He got his first head coaching position at the age of 23. And he has moved all throughout basketball, both domestically and abroad, guiding 15 teams in 5 different countries. After winning it all last year, Kevin, he's finally made it to the top.
David, he sure has a long and winding journey. Thank you. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Here's Powell, and he banks in the layup. Powell's got 5 points so far. And Steve, some classic shoe brands making a return to the NBA with updated versions. Smitty, what was your sneaker of choice back in the day?
Kevin, that's funny. I started off with the pumps, the double pumps, and then I ended up with a shell-toe low top. And then now you see all the youngsters now wearing low tops. They used to tell me back in the day, low tops were not good for your ankles. But I didn't really jump that high, so I was okay.
And that one misses.
And the Raptors took some heat for parting ways with reigning Coach of the Year, Dwayne Casey. But his successor, Nick Nurse, guided this franchise to an NBA title.
Tremendous self-belief and determination. The only NBA head coach who was also a head coach in college, the G League, and overseas. He's been preparing for this for a long time.
And the Toronto Raptors knew in trading for Kawhi Leonard that he might not stick around. Even after his decision to return to his hometown of Los Angeles, Greg, the Raptors have to feel good about the way it all worked out for him.
Kevin, the first championship in franchise history, and now they set about working their way back to the mountaintop. Some talented young players and quality vets, not to mention an outstanding front office. I think it'd be a mistake to count them out.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Here's a look at what's coming up for Toronto. On Saturday, they'll be facing Kyrie Irving and the Brooklyn Nets. And then on Monday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And guys, this is the kind of stretch of the schedule that you dream of. Winnable games at home against opponents you know you have a talent advantage over. It would take a lot for this team to not be successful over this stretch.
Boucher passes to Hollis Jefferson. The dish now to Davis. That one no good. The Clippers go the other way with it. Pass to Mann. Back to Green. He dishes it to George. Pass to Harkless. Second chance shot. Uses the glass to drop it in. And the Clippers lead by 1. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Passes it to Davis. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Quickly, let's bring up the list of the top rookie three-point bombers in the NBA. The Raptors have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Davis. Marcus All's checked in for the Raptors. Red VanVleet comes in for Norman Powell. The Clippers also changing it up. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Green, and it's Patrick Beverley in for George. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. I'll grade the Clippers signing of Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, the grand finale of the wildest summer in NBA free agent history.
A ton of big moves. You think of the star players who've changed teams, 1/3 of the league's all-NBA selections, and 5 out of 10 of the reigning all-star starters. In the end, we saw 7 players who've changed teams, signing for over $100 million each. Put that in perspective, only 8 players had ever done that in league history. A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Proving once again that when you attack with confidence, good things tend to happen.
Here's Leonard, and it's blocked by Ibaka.
Great defense by Serge, a tremendous athlete, blessed with insane length and leaping ability.
And let's see some numbers here on Patrick Beverley. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's putting up about 8 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
He's not trying to take over necessarily. He's just taking what the defense allows and contributing to the cause.
That free throw good from Hollis Jefferson. You know, Steve, the 2018 rookie class really burst out onto the scene. What has impressed you most about that group?
I think a couple things, Kevin. First of all, they're very talented. They handle themselves extremely well off the court. But most of those guys were able to last through the rookie wall and play pretty much 75 to 82 games.
Yeah, really put their fingerprints on their team, didn't they?
They did, and a lot of those guys are leaders.
Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
I love this about Patrick Beverley. He's just a fighter. He's never going to back down. Well, you talk about someone who's an absolute piranha on defense, and that is Patrick Beverley. Gives you no room to get comfortable and is a thorn in his assignment side.
Siakam is checked in for Serge Ibaka. That's good from Beverley. And Smitty, with Beverley and his defense, it's not like he turns it on or off.
Nope, he's always going full speed on defense. It's been his calling card as a player for years now, and it's what he's made his name on in the NBA.
Feeds to Gasol. He doesn't hit that one. Great D that time from Harold.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
The Raptors have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Hollis Jefferson passes to Siakam. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Some changes for Toronto. Anunoby, he's checked in for Hollis Jefferson. And it's Lowry in for Davis. And so here are the Clippers. They trail by 1. Now Leonard. He's a guy that can score, no doubt, averaging over 25 points a game. Here's Harkless. Back to Leonard. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Leonard. 7th in steals, and he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And talk about being top 10 in steals. I love his jumping the passing lanes and then stealing away your dribble. And here is Van Vliet. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game. Shot clock at 5. Here's Siakam. And again, no good by Toronto.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Beverley with the ball. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Pacers in Indianapolis. And Gasol sends it back.
The former Defensive Player of the Year, Gasol, showing his stuff.
To stop the drought. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Now here's Harrell. A 26-point game for him in the win against Indiana. Now the feed to Leonard. Kicks to Harkless. The pass to Mann. Pulls up. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Here's Siakam. Rebound by Harrell. The Clippers have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Pass to Harkless. The 3. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Terrific pass. That's the unselfishness you want to see. Beverley's all about the team.
Now here is Lowry. Defense is right there. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor. Beverley the pass to Harrell. Man covered by Van Vliet. And it's Van Vliet with the rebound. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Raptors. They've led by as many as 11 points. Here's Siakam. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
Yes, people have been surprised by Siakam's offense. What I'm surprised about is the efficiency.
And only 6 feet tall in shoes, Fred Van Vliet's not the biggest, but his toughness grade. His toughness, mentally and physically, is unquestioned.
And Kevin, growing up in Rockford, Illinois, gave him that perspective. Friends and family.
Take a break.
Gone
Take a break.
too soon.
2 shots.
Basketball was the path to something better.
They throw good. Siakam. Steve, when you think about underrated stars in the NBA, who comes to your mind?
Drew Holiday for me is one.
Yes.
Mike Conley is another. Even a guy that gets a lot of praise, I still don't think he gets enough, is Klay Thompson, especially on the defensive end. It just scratches my head that he's really never made an all-defensive team selection.
It's nice to see underrated guys like Chris Middleton and D'Angelo Russell get all-star berths for the first time.
Yeah, those two are coming on as well.
And Raptors president of basketball operations, Masai Ujiri, not just doing an amazing job in Toronto, he's also had a huge role in the growing of the game in Africa.
Growing up in Nigeria, he fell in love with the game of basketball, and he has worked his way up. Now he's giving a hand back, building pathways for others to follow in his footsteps, bringing the development and leadership to the continent.
Clippers trail by 3. Williams dishes to Harrell. He kicks to Beverley. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
You talk about a player who never backs down. Beverley unbothered by the good D.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Siakam. These are the teams that have been really dominant in the paint so far this season. The Clippers in second.
You know, it's not necessarily a glamour stat, but make no mistake, their top-notch board work has been a huge key to their success.
Leonard inside, and he comes up with the deuce. Leonard's got 6.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Lowry has the open look, and the Raptors hit again from deep.
And once again, the defense allowing him to get a clean look at that triple. He continues to do some big-time damage from downtown.
Los Angeles calls timeout. A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have 2 elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny.
Clippers have gone 8 of 14 in the second quarter on field goal attempts. Leonard inside, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And maybe the biggest story of this summer, where would Kawhi Leonard be headed in free agency? A player of his caliber commands that kind of media scrutiny.
Free throw good from Kawhi Leonard. Greg, you talk about the media focus for Kawhi Leonard. Not exactly something he embraces.
Not at all. As a kid on his birthdays, he'd shutter himself in his room because he didn't want the attention. To this day, he lets his play do the talking.
Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Beverley against Lowry. From deep, Gasol. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Gasol's got 5.
Hey, if you set him up, Marc Gasol will knock him down. A terrific shooter off the catch.
Pass to Zubac. Back to Beverley. Rebound by Kyle Lowry. Toronto leading by 3. Siakam kicks to Lowry. Lowry drawing the double team. Here's Van Vliet. Misses the 3. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Right side Leonard. Here's Zubac, and the layup's good off the glass.
I mean, a great look by Kawhi, aware of what the defense is trying to do, understands the spacing.
Now here's Van Vliet. He's guarded by Williams. Van Vliet passes to Lowry. Lets it go with the 3. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got his 4th rebound in this one. Passes it to Leonard. That shot off, and Toronto will go the other way with it. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home.
I don't know how many misses that is in a row, but I know it's ugly.
Poked loose. We've got 1:18 left in the first half. Off target from outside.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Williams scanning the floor. A miss that time would have put him up.
Still trying to find the range. He hit one in the first quarter. Nothing since.
Here's Gasol. Knocks down the 10-footer. Gasol's got 7 points in the game.
Finding an opportunity inside. It's a good read by Marc Gasol. He's one of our high IQ players that we have.
Now the pass to Zubats. On the wing, Williams. Fires from deep. Drops in the tray. Williams has got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
Smooth shooting motion from distance. Williams making it look easy.
Lowry up top, defended by Beverley. And Williams with the clear path to the hoop. So they take the lead. 12 points for him.
Always applying the pressure. Beverley loves to attack you defensively and in transition.
Now Lowry. And that one released in time, but no good. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Clippers lead by 2. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus of that end of the floor?
Just knocking down open shots, my ball handling, making good decisions off the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game we have here after one half of play. Everybody, welcome back for our halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith. Paul George taking care of business in this one. He had 16 points, 2 assists, and 3 rebounds. The first 2 quarters tonight looked a lot like what we saw from him in his last game. And taking a look at the Clippers, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, their reserves showed up tonight, not just on hustle plays, but in points. And that's what you got to do coming off the bench to maximize your minutes.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on Toronto?
Well, they had a strong perimeter game. See, Ernie, when this team executes from long range, those weapons spread out of defense. Coming out in the second half, if those shooters are hot, they got a great chance to take control of this game.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side,
my brother.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Kyle Lowry has just been sensational.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
LA has gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Fred VanVleet out there with Lowry, and it's Gasol in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Clock at 6. Left side, George shoots over VanVleet. Great D on that shot, and it's off the mark. Gasol passes to Siakam. good. Nice job down low. Siakam's got his team on the board first here in the second half for the Raptors. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kyle Lowry is hard-nosed, as we all know, and if you ask him, it comes from his upbringing in Philadelphia. Lowry said, "A Philly player is what a basketball player is. We played on concrete. You got to be mentally tough. You're not trying to be athletic. You get hit the wrong way, you run into a metal pole." Kevin, that's what made him, from Philly to Villanova to Toronto to an NBA champion.
I don't know about running into the metal pole, but that sounds painful. But he's certainly as tough as he can be. David, thank you. Anunoby passes to Gasol. Here's Anunoby. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. An accomplished family for Anunoby. His father's a professor. His brother played pro football.
And OG Anunoby, he's put together like a football player himself. A powerfully built player for a wing.
He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots of the game right here. That free throw, no good. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Here's Beverley. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got his third assist on the night. Lowry against Beverley. To the inside. Van Vliet. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Van Vliet's got it all tied up now for the Raptors. And so Beverley will bring it up for Los Angeles. Pass to George. Fires for three. It's rebounded by Gasol. Gasol's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Now here's Van Vliet. Defended by Beverley. For the lead. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And just like his brother Powell, Marc Gasol active in humanitarian causes.
I mean, we saw him volunteering on rescue boats in the Mediterranean. Mark doing his part, but also bringing attention to that humanitarian crisis.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point.
As he enters his mid-30s, Marc Gasol showing no signs of slowing down. If anything, I think he's a better all-around basketball player.
Second free throw, no good. And through his first 8 seasons in the NBA, Marc Gasol made a total of 12 three-pointers. Nowadays, Greg, he'll make more than that in a month.
And you ask around, he's always been capable. A great shooting touch. It's just a different job description for big men nowadays.
Back to Siakam. And the rejection by Zubac. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for the Raptors. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Green, he's checked in for Zubac. Beverley against Lowry. 6 to shoot. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. And now a quick rundown of the leading free throw shooters at small forward this year. It's a pretty sure thing whenever one of them gets to the line. Paul George on top, and of course Kawhi Leonard.
And there are some smooth strokes among that group, guys. I mean, just effortless perfection when they are at the stripe.
They might not all have the same technique,
but they all have the same results.
Raptors trail by 3. Outside Lowry. Green with the block.
One of Jermichael's strengths is his shot blocking. Whether he's down low or on the perimeter, he gets up quickly.
Oh, why, dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. Hollis Jefferson finds Siakam. The Clippers grab the miss. Green's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Leonard, the pass to Beverley. He feeds it to Green. Pass to George. Puts up a 3. Hollis Jefferson with the rebound.
Hasn't been able to dial it in from distance. He has just the 1 3, and that was in the first half.
Raptors moving the ball around. Gasol dishes to Lowry. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. That's 28 points for Kyle Lowry.
And we've seen this. There are certain nights when Lowry just decides to take over.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
A 2-time Defensive Player of the Year, Kawhi Leonard last season averaged 27 points a game. That's what you call a two-way player.
Shooting 2.
A free throw good from Kawhi Leonard. And a career high in scoring last season for the great Kawhi Leonard.
Kevin, he maintained his elite efficiency. Kawhi Leonard's growth as a scorer has been remarkable over the course of his career.
Davis is checked in for Toronto. Leonard hits them both.
He's an NBA champion and Finals MVP in 2014. Kawhi continues to impact the game at the highest level.
Passes it to Van Vliet. Sinks the triple. Van Vliet's got 7 points.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
The pass to Leonard. Here's George. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way.
Now let's take a look at Paul George, some stats on him. Unbelievable play for him over the last month. 11th in free throw percentage, 14th in scoring, and he's in the top 20 in steals, bringing that focus and intensity at both ends.
And he deserves credit for knocking down such a high percentage of his free throws. It's not a glamour part of the game, but incredibly important nonetheless. Kicks to Leonard. Ring shot on the way. Los Angeles with another miss.
His struggles from the field continue, yet they still hold the lead. Skying high, one of his advantages as an undersized 4.
Clippers have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Outside for George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. George has got 19 points.
That's his second three-pointer of the night, 1 in each half, trying to keep the defense honest.
Outside, Davis. And here is Van Vliet. He has 7. A floater, and the rejection by Leonard.
Strong instincts and positioning. Kawhi read that shot all the way.
For the Clippers, Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Harkless. Lou Williams is subbed in for Leonard. Clock at 6. Powell for 3. Rebound by the Clippers. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Here's Mann, finished off the break. Now it's a 5-point Clipper lead.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Pass to Ibaka. Back to Davis. It's Powell on the wing. And good that time. Powell's got his third basket of the night right there. Pass to Harrell. Dishes it to George. Passes it to Green. Now here's Harrell. Outside Williams. No good on the triple. And so Ibaka, he'll bring it up for Toronto. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And the first one at the line is good. He's perfect from the line this time. And here is Los Angeles now. They lead by 1. The pass to Harrell. Here's Williams. Shot from 12. And he drops that one in. Williams has got 14 points for the game.
He's been a big factor in their offense tonight, making shot after shot.
Pass to Davis for 3. Connects from 3-point range. Davis has got the game tied up here for the Raptors.
This is the shot you want to get him, an open look from range.
Man, he's guarded by Davis. Outside, Green. Williams up on top. He's got 14. The shot missing.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
With some arc, and it's Davis missing. Los Angeles has gone into a slump here from 3-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Pass to Williams. Green kicks to Williams. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. The shot by George, no good.
He looked just a little out of rhythm. He's still trying to establish consistency from there.
Davis surveying the floor. Pass to Ibaka. For the lead, and it's good on the layup.
Powerful move. Ibaka with the natural explosiveness to finish through contact.
Clippers have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. Outside, George unloads from 13. Good on the bucket. George has got 5 points in the quarter.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. Let's get some information from the 2K leaderboard. In about the last 10 games in the NBA, during that span, these teams have the most second chance points in the league. The Clippers, number 1. 5th, the Raptors.
Every night is a battle on the boards when these two get together. I mean, they're both relentless on the offensive glass and work to create those second chance scoring opportunities. Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
Shooting 2.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
And George drops them both.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Davis kicks to Anunoby. There's the pass to Ibaka. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Outside Williams, pass to Harrell. George up top. 23 points in the game.
Once he gets the ball there, you expect him to capitalize. That was a missed opportunity.
Down low. Boucher's shot is off. Los Angeles has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Here's Williams. The shot that time not on target. And Toronto will go the other way with it. They've led by as many as 11 points. Boucher passes to Ibaka. He kicks to Davis. Back to Ibaka. Over Harrell. And again, it's Toronto converting.
And that's a nice jumper by Ibaka, showing good touch from mid-range.
Gotta recognize the situation, trying to get a 2-for-1.
Absolutely, but at the same time, you want to get a good shot.
Hands it from downtown. George has got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
Not just a knockdown shooter, he does a great job of finding space for his shot.
It's Powell on the wing. He's guarded by Williams. The shot by Powell, no good. Los Angeles has gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Harrell finds George. Out to the right wing. Here's Mann. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got 6 assists here tonight.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Los Angeles. He's up to 26 points in the game now. Just keeps pouring in the buckets. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Here is Ibaka. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the 4th, Beverley and Williams, the guard tandem. Harrell is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubac in at the center position. And Greg, last season, the best scoring average of Serge Ibaka's career.
Even with a down year as far as his three-point shooting, Ibaka's still very efficient, getting more of his offense around the rim, playing some at the 5.
And he makes the first. And in recent seasons, we've seen Serge Ibaka involved in some extracurriculars. He can get a little chippy out there.
Yes, indeed. Last season, he had a 3-game suspension. Penalties can escalate for repeat offenders, something he's got to be aware of.
And he makes both free throws.
Because he knows he makes a living at the line, he invites contact and sometimes even initiates it.
Pass to Zubac. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That's his first foul. Outside Williams.
He started off solid, had 2 threes at halftime, but blanked from deep since.
Here's Powell. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got 6 rebounds now in the game. And that one's good. Leonard.
Great rhythm on the catch and shoot. Kawhi showing us what's good.
Powell against Williams. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Here's Powell. And the rejection by Zubac. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way.
Off on the timing, or it may have been a miscommunication. Either way, turnover.
Siakam is checked in for Toronto. Fred VanVleet comes in for Norman Powell. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Harkless is checked in. Beverley against Lowry. Passes to Siakam. VanVleet with it over Williams. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut to just 1 in the basket from VanVleet.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Williams passes to Harkless. And the rejection by Ibaka. VanVleet with it. And the pass to Ibaka. Pass to Anunoby. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Ibaka to take the lead. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. Leonard's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. On the wing, Williams, while recovering, the 11-footer. Williams kicks to Zubac. Outside Leonard. A second chance effort. No good on that one. Good work defensively by Ibaka. Siakam outside. Now here's VanVleet. He's covered closely. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Powell has a way of getting into a defender and drawing a foul.
And it's tied up with that one.
You know, he's a tough kid who comes from a tough town, Philadelphia. You just love Lowry's spirit and his fight.
The Raptors making a switch here. Gasol's checked in. And that drops, so they now lead by 1. And it's Williams with the ball for Los Angeles. Takes the 3. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Here's Anunoby. He's covered by Leonard. Fires the 3. Lowry can't get it to go.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Pass to Beverley. Here's Zubac, while recovering. 5 on the clock. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And it's Beverley missing. Toronto, they've gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Here's Siakam, and it's blocked. Outside Williams. Here's Zubac. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
Van Vliet passes to Anunoby. Gasol deciding where to go with it. Takes a 3. Lowry can't get it to go.
Phenomenal how many threes he drained in the first half, especially considering he's hit none since.
Leonard on the wing. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Now it's a 3-point Los Angeles lead.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Anunoby kicks to Siakam. Now here's Van Vliet. Shoots from 12. And it goes for the 5th time and 10 shots for him this game.
A tale of two halves. He's really turned it around here, scoring the ball.
Williams dishes to Leonard. Lays it up and banks it in.
Timeout.
Leonard's got 22 points.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
And the Raptors call time here.
Well, it's a players' league, but certainly coaching has its place.
Yeah, if that weren't the case, you wouldn't see so many coaching changes in the offseason.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during that break, Coach Nick Nurse talked to his team. He said, we're too concerned with their shooters right now. We've got to close off the inside. They are gutting us. He pleaded with his guys. Come on, let's take a stand. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. Beverley finds Williams. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That's foul number 2 for him. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac.
Boy, if you're the coach, you hate to see that kind of miscommunication between your guys.
Now here's Van Vliet. He's guarded by Williams. Van Vliet passes to Siakam. Kicks it to Lowry. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Hate to see that. I know everyone's mind is on the play, but you've got to protect the ball.
George is checked in for the Clippers. They get a hand on it, and stolen by Kyle Lowry. Yep, that one goes. Lowry's got 32 points.
He has quick hands, quick feet. Lowry's incredibly disruptive on the defensive end. Great individual effort.
Bounce pass from Beverley. Has a nice chance here, and Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Beverley. Beverley's got his 7th assist here tonight. Now Siakam looking to get back on track here, and he sinks the layup.
This is a big part of Siakam's game, the ability to put the ball on the floor and make a play.
Beverley against Lowry. Left side, Leonard. Passes it to Zubac. Clock at 4. A leaner. But they recover it. Back to George. With 1 on the clock. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And there's the foul. It's called on Toronto.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. Both shots good from the stripe. Raptors trail by 3. Here's Lowry. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Leonard's got his 6th rebound on the night. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Leonard's got the lead up to 5 now for Los Angeles.
He has been so big here in the 4th quarter. 5 of 6 from the field.
Siakam finds Van Vliet. Poked away. Left side Lowry. Just 5 on the clock. And he makes good on the layup. Lowry's got 34 points.
And you know, he's really been one of the few bright spots for them, trying to will this team to victory.
Beverley dishes to Leonard. Rebound by the Raptors. Here's Anunoby. He kicks it to Lowry. It's hauled in by Beverley.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
Raptors trail by 3. And there's the pass to Siakam. Back to Lowry. And it's sent back by George. Outside Leonard. That shot missing. Good D by Siakam. A wide open look for Gasol. The shot goes down and he gets this game back to even. That gives him a double-double in this one. 11 points and 11 rebounds. Outside, George. Here's Leonard. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. And so Siakam will bring it up for Toronto. Toronto calls timeout. Paul George really making a difference here.
You know, he's been a one-man wrecking crew down low. His consistent scoring has dictated the pace of this game. We'll see if they decide to front him, bring a quick double, or maybe even both to try to slow him down.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Paul George.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
Harrell, he's checked in for Zubats. Siakam, right side. Pass to Van Vliet. Outside Lowry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Harrell. And the Raptors miss again.
And the truth is, I've been there. He's trying to find the rhythm on his shot. He feels like he's close, and that's why he keeps shooting.
And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession.
Unforced errors. These are the kinds of things that break momentum.
Toronto trailing. Lowry passes to Anunoby. Back to Lowry. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Siakam, the bounce pass. Outside Lowry to take the lead. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Harkless has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Left side, Leonard. The Clippers again turning it over.
That could be costly. When the game is hanging in the balance, the last thing you can afford is to turn it over.
Toronto's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Lowry against Beverley. Lowry drives in. And the rejection by Harrell. Siakam kicks to Lowry. Shot clock at 6. And the Raptors miss again.
I like the aggressiveness. What I don't like is the lack of efficiency.
And here's Beverley. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
When defending Patrick Beverley, it's hard to match his level of energy and activity.
It's the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
Patrick Beverley is a tone setter, someone who doesn't back down from anyone. I admire his confidence.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
Tremendous showing of confidence by getting those 2 to fall.
Beverley against Lowry. 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Siakam looking around. To end the cold streak. Got it. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
And the Clippers call time here. They're up by 1. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Beverley finds Harrell. Back to Beverley. On the wing, George. Harkless the pass to Leonard. Six to shoot. George trying to break free. Good!
I mean, unbelievable. It's one thing to be talented, but Kawhi is clutch as well.
And the Raptors call time here. They're trailing by 3. 11 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Anunoby. Yes! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
What a baller this young man is. Anunoby, even though he's young, he looks like a veteran in the clutch.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're ahead by 1. 8 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so they foul intentionally.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Shooting 2.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 3-point game.
Those were pressure-packed free throws, and he looked as cool as he could be. So big to give them that 3-point lead.
So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Paul. Congrats on the win. Where's your team's attitude right now?
Continue to, play together. And we can just stick to that, keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Looked like it all came together tonight, Paul. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. See you next time.